I'm Christina Aguayo in Dallas, and here are your top stories.
Documents in the latest Epstein file dump allege that Joe Biden was shot in 2019 and replaced with an actor who masqueraded as the president from 2020 to 2024. The claim appears in a document described as a tip or submission to investigators, referring to Biden as a quote-unquote actor with a mask and claiming there are clones and Biden was executed by a firing squad. Some point to the drastic change in his looks, the discrepancies with his height, claiming that at times he appeared much taller than his listed height of 6 feet. The way he talked.
You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-democracy. You can't be pro-insurrection and pro-American. Donald Trump lacked the courage to act.
And some even claimed they could see the edges of the mask he was allegedly wearing. The Justice Department has said that the Epstein files include unvetted claims submitted during the Epstein investigation, not official findings or verified evidence. But something to note, Biden did not release the Epstein files during his time in office, but President Donald Trump spearheaded the effort for transparency and made sure the files were made public. Remember the Wayfair story back in 2020 when accusations of underground trafficking involving Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were quickly debunked by fact checkers? Well, some are now saying that the Wayfair furniture named after missing kids and sold for ridiculous amounts scandal is all making sense after the latest Epstein file dump included a PayPal receipt showing that Karina Shuliak, Epstein's girlfriend, made a single item purchase for $8,453 from Wayfair on June 28, 2018. The item is not described in the receipt, and no further details were listed on what was purchased. Fact checkers and the mainstream media still say it's all one big QAnon conspiracy theory. All right, here's what happened. In 2020, people started noticing irregularities on Wayfair's website, leading to claims that the online furniture retailer allegedly served as a covert front for human trafficking operations. Mainstream media dismissed the claims as baseless QAnon-fueled rumors. However, many say there are too many coincidences to let it go so easily. It all started on a Reddit post from July of 2020, where a user questioned unusually high-priced storage cabinets on Wayfair's site, priced between $12,000 and $15,000, sometimes even more. The storage cabinets had names like Samaya, Olivia, Yaritza, and Naraya, names that match those of real missing children when cross-referenced with databases from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Throw pillows were listed for $10,000 or more and had names that also matched missing kids. In addition, online sleuths also said that when they entered Wayfair's product SKUs or SKUs into the Russian search engine Yandex, the search results brought up images of young girls, some in inappropriate poses, fueling claims of ties to child pornography networks. More interesting anomalies were noticed when people added the high-priced items to their online carts and continued to check out. The payment screen allegedly already had billing names and addresses entered into the system. Those billing names allegedly matched those of missing children, leading people to claim there was a coded system in place for trafficking. In addition, the online retailer also allegedly had items named Epstein and Ghislaine, which many say were referencing Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. These products' prices allegedly correlated to the exact GPS coordinates for Epstein's infamous Little St. James Island, also known as Pedo Island. The allegation at that time was that Wayfair was embedding signals for elite pedophiles. The allegations have been widely debunked by fact checkers and mainstream media outlets who say there is no evidence of trafficking. They said the coincidental names and coordinates are due to algorithmic glitches and overzealous online investigators. Wayfair said the high prices were accurate for the premium industrial products that were being provided and that the name matches were a, quote, mere coincidence given common first names. Okay, guys, before we get to more news, I want to tell you about a service that Chapter, a company I've partnered with, is offering for people who are trying to get in the right Medicare plan or know someone who is. And with everything we've been finding out about how a lot of these types of healthcare programs work, I think it's important for you to get some help from unbiased Medicare advisors who are salary-based and aren't looking for kickbacks. The call to Chapter is totally free, and they will walk you through step by step to find the right plan that fits your needs. It's super confusing, and there are too many options to try to figure out on your own or with someone you don't trust. So give it a try. Call Chapter at 347-960-3244. That's 347-960-3244, or go to askchapter.org/Christina. You can find the number and the link in the description below. Chapter. Tom Cruise has dumped his $48 million London home because crime has skyrocketed and the city has become a, quote, haven for criminals. Cruise saying London has declined. It is no longer safe. The Hollywood icon has reportedly deserted his luxurious penthouse in the once upscale Knightsbridge district. The Mission Impossible star made the sudden move back to the United States after an armed gang robbed a Rolex store near his home. Sources close to Cruise say the actor is disillusioned with the once safe capital, now plagued by rampant thefts and violent robberies that even upper-class neighborhoods like Knightsbridge are no longer safe from. The gang of 6 criminals with masks rode in on motorbikes and stormed the Rolex boutique at One Hyde Park, the same building that Cruise flat is in, and threatened employees. The gang had machetes, claw hammers, and other weapons. They smashed display cases and made off with more than $1 million worth of luxury watches. It happened during the day and only took minutes to carry out. The gang rammed the store's entrance, fought off security guards, and took off on their bikes after the robbery. Critics blame open borders and the Muslim mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, whose decade-long tenure has allowed illegal migrant criminals to commit crimes with virtually no consequence. Under Khan's watch, knife crime has surged by 86%. Stop and search operations have dropped by over half, and London now accounts for nearly half of all knife point robberies in England. Overall, thefts, assaults, and drug offenses have hit record highs, prompting many people to leave London. In fact, one person leaves every 75 seconds because of the skyrocketing cost of living and crime rates. Critics say Khan's soft-on-crime and open border policies have led to the destruction of the city. More than 1,000 officers have been cut from the force, and only 1 in 20 robberies are ever solved. Not to mention, fewer criminals are facing jail time. Since 2004, the UK's non-white British population has skyrocketed from 9% to around 26%, with England at almost 30%, allowing more than 700,000 migrants into the country in 2023 alone. The migrants are coming from Muslim-majority countries like Pakistan and Somalia, leading to unmanageable crime rates in London.
That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina.